Hi.
Hello.
It's the little weasel in the house.
Heck yeah, once again, back to our podcast. Now,
And today we're gonna talk about champagne.
breakfast. Champagne. You're going to talk about me.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to want to ask, do you have breakfast today?
Today, I did not have breakfast.
Why? It's like you know that breakfast is very important, right?
Breakfast is very important, and you guys should know that because breakfast actually gives you energy throughout the day, no matter if it's for school or work or sports, you need to eat.
It is. It's the best way to start your day is having a good breakfast. And you
Yes.
didn't today.
No, I
So
didn't. And
what?
you know what's really funny
Uh,
is that a fun fact about skipping breakfast is that women actually tend to prioritize their hair and choosing clothes for the day than eat breakfast, which was not my case today.
Oh, I thought that's your case.
No, today actually I came to school and all the cafeteria doors were locked because faculty had their own breakfast.
So it's kind of like you cannot avoid that.
Nope.
So how do you feel about skipping your breakfast?
I feel
mean,
great because I have lunch in like 2 hours.
so it's not important to have
Okay,
breakfast.
actually, it really is important. Just not for me because I'm not very active because I can't play sports.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, you're very active, and I know you eat a lot.
Okay, so that's why I have a very good breakfast today with
Yes.
my rice and bread. So that's pretty good.
Wow, I wish
Wow,
I
yeah,
had
it's a
that.
lot
I
of
was
fun.
actually debating to make pancakes this morning.
Oh yeah, you should.
It didn't work out,
Okay.
obviously.
So you all know that like when we at school, not just school but also work, anything, you have to start your day and you need the energy to do everything.
Yeah,
So breakfast is really important.
and it's not just like, you can eat breakfast. You can eat breakfast actually throughout the whole day. You can have it for lunch or for dinner. I personally like breakfast for dinner because it's like you're starting your day at the night and you just go to bed
That is
with
so
like
weird.
eggs and bacon.
I have never had breakfast for dinner. That is doesn't make sense at all.
It does. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have had breakfast for dinner. I
It's
don't
like
know
you
about
you sleep the whole day and you wake up at night
No,
and you
no,
eat
that's
breakfast. So what?
no. So you have like a normal breakfast, or if you happen to skip breakfast, like me, you have lunch, and then for dinner you kind of like want to make up breakfast. So you just
Ah.
make eggs and stuff, and then you go to bed. So it's like you wake up on a Sunday morning, eat breakfast, and then go back to bed. It's like that feeling.
Okay. I think it's just called dinner.
No, it's called breakfast for dinner.
Okay, so we can see that there's a lot of habit in doing breakfast. So why not talking about it? Champagne, you know anything about breakfast habit?
So I know one. Oh, we can see ourselves.
Mhm.
Okay, so I know one breakfast habit, which basically the average person sits down to breakfast at 7:30 during the week and at 8:30 during the weekend because nobody wants to get up that early during the week. And
Oh yeah, I know about that. But you know, like normally people have work in a very early morning.
yes,
Like they
so
have to
a
leave the
lot of
house.
people do take their breakfast on the go. That's why
Mhm.
we have bunches of fast food restaurants like McDonald's who give you those little egg McMuffins, which personally I don't like.
Oh, you don't
but
like it? I love it.
I
Come
bet you
on.
do. I don't. I like, homemade breakfasts like pancakes,
Okay.
waffles,
Yeah.
French toast. And you know what's really funny, since we're on the topic of sitting down and eating,
Mhm.
the world record for the most people eating breakfast in bed is 289 people that were set in Australia with only 85 queen beds.
Oh wow,
That's a lot of people.
that is a lot of people. So let's talk a little bit about like breakfast culture. What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Usually, I don't know, I'm like the basic white family who eats breakfast. Like we have eggs, bacon, toast, pancakes, and
Mm-hmm.
we also eat at Norm's a lot for their breakfast, bigger, better breakfast. They're having a good sale with chicken fried steak.
Oh, for
What do
my
you?
case, I'm a Vietnamese person, so
Ooh,
like my culture of eating breakfast is like completely different from the American culture.
I bet.
Obviously, yeah. It's like I usually have like noodles and some type of that, liquid for breakfast. Soup, yeah,
What?
all kind of that thing.
What kind of liquid?
I'm just saying, noodles.
Just
Okay,
noodles,
basically noodles, like mostly.
or like
And
dry noodles, or like
no, it's like wet.
Oh, all right. Wet
with water.
noodles.
It's like soup. It's like noodles and the soup.
Oh,
So it's really, really good. And we kind of think about it like a light breakfast because we eat a lot of water instead of like real food. It's just like mostly water. So it's
so
like,
basically you just
it's make
eat
a
soup
full.
all the time?
Yeah, it's like soup, but also have like a little bit of noodles in it.
That's soup.
Come
So-
on.
So we now know that Harley eats soup for every meal.
Not every meal. We also have bread, which is a Vietnamese bread, different from Subway. It's much better than Subway. We also have vegetable in it and other things in it, and it tastes good.
Wow.
And
I
for
know-
my case, sometime I also eat like rice for breakfast, like today. So it's like a big breakfast.
Wow. I
Yeah,
know
so-
my friend who is Mexican, for her breakfast, she actually has this kind of like burrito. It has like
Oh, yeah.
chorizo and like eggs and like bacon. And then she also has a side of rice and beans, which is actually really good because her grandma makes it really well. I like going over there during the weekend to eat.
I also like to have burrito for breakfast too.
Yeah,
But, like,
McDonald's.
McDonald's, no. Yeah, that's the way people like have a fast breakfast. Like, yeah, it's like fast food for breakfast.
Fast food.
It's
All right.
also a culture.
So obviously, you can tell that breakfast is actually a really big part of your day. If you don't have it in the morning, you kind of start slowing down through the day. And with people like us who have honors classes and AP classes, we actually really need that energy, or we're just gonna be stressing.
So as you can see, we have different culture and different like way to eat breakfast. But all the breakfast we can see is like very half the quality.
Yeah.
So because this is an important meal. Oh, and you know that people eat cereal for breakfast. It's like very
Yes.
famous, very popular.
Yeah, I actually really like cereal. What's your favorite cereal?
It's the I don't know what to say, but it's like cocoa.
Cocoa Pebbles?
Yeah.
I like Fruity Pebbles, which is actually funny. My favorite is probably Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those actually fill you up really well,
Ooh.
especially the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I can eat about 3 bowls.
Yeah. Do you think cereal is a quality breakfast?
I really think that cereal is more sugary than actually the
Mhm,
good
it is.
essentials of actually real breakfast, like this picture behind us that's actually pancakes with fruit. Yeah, I think like eating actually a real breakfast is more beneficial for you
Yeah.
and for your body.
So, do you think breakfast is the most important meal of the day, like in compared to lunch and dinner?
I feel like for mine, my meals are kind of switched. Like for breakfast, I barely eat anything, and then for dinner, I eat so much.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
That's not, you're not supposed to do that, so don't follow me. But my family's also Italian, so we eat like pasta all the time, which
Oh.
is a lot of carbs. And it's not just like a tiny bowl of pasta, it's like really big.
I got it. Okay, so but I am asking that question because in another culture they have another style of eating breakfast. Like some culture they skip breakfast. Like it's not because they too busy to have it or they don't want to have it. It's because it is their culture. They don't
I'm-
want to have breakfast and they only have 2 meals a day. It's
I
like
know my friend, I forget what culture he is, but they are having Ramadan,
Ramadan. Oh.
which basically they don't eat. They eat before sunrise and then after sunset.
Oh,
So they go
I
around
know
like
that.
12 hours or 15 hours of not eating, which I know they probably eat a lot at night because I would be starving by then. But
So
I
it
know,
is.
I know a lot of cultures actually choose to skip all those 3 important meals of the day,
Yeah.
which is really bad. And then you eat at night, and usually they say if you eat at night before you go to bed, you gain a lot of weight.
It is.
For my case, I don't gain because I have fast metabolism.
I'm not recommending that.
Don't do it though. Don't.
Okay, let's change the subject. Not really change it, but sorry about another aspect of breakfast,
Well, okay.
which is
So we basically had 10 minutes full of this beautiful breakfast is essential with different cultures and one weird fun fact and everything. So that's about it for today, you guys.
is it 10 minutes yet?
Yes, it is.
Oh, great. So I'm look good today.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, you guys. See you next
Bye,
time on our next
guys.
vlogs.